Yes, we are still giving this away. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 50,000 subscriber giveaway build. It's back. It's been 2 months since the last update on this. It was a busy time though. Matt and I had the monthly mayhem, a ton of other projects, but we actually finally hit 50,000 subscribers just the other day, and this isn't done yet. So we need to get it finished. And I've been putting in a bunch of hours on it over this last week, and we've made significant progress. Here you see the base. As to recap what we've covered in the past 2 videos, we've got an Element Enduro builder's kit underneath with the Element axles still. However, we do have some Vanquish Machete wheels, Proline Hyrex tires. Then we also have a TGH 2-low transmission sitting on the inside, and that also has its own Delrin machine skid plate, which required us to build ourselves a new link set, so we've got a little bit longer wheelbase. The shocks are the stock shocks that come with the builder's kit, but they're very high quality shocks, so those will be staying. Now the body on top is the J Concepts Creep body, which we've started cutting and modifying to fit onto what will be our custom chassis. As you can likely see, the biggest progress has been made in the tube work area. The rear portion of the cage has significant tube work in it now. There is also some custom sliders that have been adapted to it. Those are all welded to some RC Fab Tab slider mounts with some upper link adjustments, both front and rear. But the new stuff that you see is the cage work that I've been working on. Just kind of sat out there and started bending around, seeing what I liked and just kind of going with it. This is mainly made out of 3/16 material with some 1/8 inch for bracing. This is a fairly short design. It stops just past the rear frame rails, where I've integrated a bumper into the design of the cage. I integrated the rear shock mounts into the tube work. I laid them a long ways forward though, so the rear is going to have quite a bit of suspension up travel, but it's going to maintain a very low stance at ride height. The TGH 2-low transmission, the rear high clearance links, these laid down shock positions, everything really starts to occupy one space, but everything clears. This truck has very nice suspension travel at this point and just should function pretty well. Now, the body is cut out in the bed area, and I've cut out those cab corners, that webbing between the cab section and the bed. Hopefully one of these days, J Concepts kind of evolves as well and removes that triangle portion. But for now, we'll modify it, we'll make it work. Now, most of the rear cage work is pretty much done, with the exception of any of the body mounting on the outside. I need to retain these bed sides because right now, with however I decide to mount the front, the rear, there is no support back here. So I've added some provisions to the cage to give me an area to mount into, but I haven't really figured out exactly how I'm going to do it yet. But I wanted to get the majority of this done because I want to send this body off to paint. Suits Scale Painting donated the paint job that this truck will have. So I'm getting to the point now where I feel pretty good about sending it off, letting him have some time with it to really do whatever he's going to do. I'm not going to give him much direction, just kind of let him at it. One other thing that Suits also asked for is that he decided that he would like to detail the interior. Now, if you watch any of my live streams, on Sunday I do a 3D modeling live stream, and last Sunday I decided to do the interior of this truck, designing up the base that I was going to use as well as all of the components that were going to go inside. And what we have now is the base of the interior is inside already. You can see this metal piece here. This is bent aluminum. That's how I designed it in CAD as well. The metal floor pan is mounted to the cage work with some tabs from Scale Metal Supply. I integrated the tabs into some hoops to just give me 2 screw locations so that this thing is in there nice and rigid. It's independent of the body, so everything can be in the cage. It doesn't have to be attached, or you have to worry about anything. You can clean it, you can work on it, detail it however you want. A lot easier than when it's, have to mount it to the body somehow. I kind of prefer this method. It does make for a little bit more work in some cases, and battery, electronics locations, all of that can be a little bit more tricky, but I think we're up to it. In the interior already, I've mounted the 3D printed dash that we designed, and then we've got a number of the other accessories. I designed up some 3D printed seats. Those will attach in here. Most of this stuff will attach with some sort of double-sided adhesive tape. So We've got a couple of seats that will go in there. We've got a center console that's got some gauge clusters, a place for a shifter, and cup holders, of course. That sits nicely on the floor pan between the two seats. I also designed up a couple of floor mats with the HD logo in it. And then I also designed up a little 3D printed shifter. Could also use a number of injection molded options that are available as well, but I'll include this one to be put inside. Now, the steering wheel, I'm just going to use an injection molded piece because you can get so much more detail and there's a ton of them available. But I'm going to remove this interior pan. We're gonna take that out, take all the accessories, and I'm going to ship it with the body and let Suits do whatever he would like with it. I was gonna just spray paint the aluminum pan black before I sent it, but if he has a different idea, I'll let him add it. So no point in me putting any effort into scale detail like that because that is not my strong point. But clearing out those interior bits, that will allow us to take a look underneath of the interior a little bit. And underneath of there, you will see that we have a motor installed now. And what that motor is a Holmes Hobby Revolver V2. Now, I haven't had a revolver motor in a long time, and I decided that this seemed like a great opportunity to use one again. So I picked up this one from Holmes Hobbies for this project specifically. I think it's gonna be a fun addition. I enjoyed putting in, you know, kind of a high quality motor in there. With that, I picked up a Sidewinder 4 ESC, which is what Holmes often pairs that motor with. So since that is a sensorless revolver motor, we don't need a censored ESC, so this is going to be a great fit. We'll find a place to mount this, make it look good, maybe even kind of show it off in the design a little bit. I think that that's sometimes more fun than just hiding it. If you can make it look like a focal point, but not just an ESC that you can see, sometimes I enjoy that. And then also from Holmes Hobbies, we picked up our steering servo. This is the Holmes Hobbies SHV 500 V3 servo. It's a direct power servo, so it's going to go direct to the LiPo for its power, no BEC required. So once I finish up the metalwork on the front, then this will go in. Until then, the fiery tactic will remain in place. I have not tackled any of the front tube work yet. I still have those metal front shock towers in there. Those things are going to get braced together a little bit, and then I'll probably try and tie those into the front bumper that I designed. I don't think that I'm gonna need the body here to do that. If I need to make a couple of cuts in the grill, I'll do it, but I can always do that later as well. So no matter what, not too concerned there. We are going to have a Servo Winch up there, that SHV 500. Maybe we'll put the ESC up front. I don't know. I am planning to try and fabricate some sort of battery tray that's going to go here, kind of where the stock one went. I might machine that myself, or maybe we'll try and reuse the stock tray somehow. But either way, with the more narrow creep body, we might have to do some modification regardless. Along with the front bumper and bracing those shock towers, I still have to build my front Panhard setup. Well, obviously its presence is missing. But that's kind of a current status update on where we're at right now. There's still a lot of work to do, but some of it can be happening simultaneously now, and a lot of these steps are actually going to move fairly quickly. The metalwork that I've done on here is only 2 nights worth, so that went pretty quickly, and that was the bulk of the metalwork. The front area should be much easier. And then finding a way to mount the battery tray, building electronics trays to mount the servo, the winch, the ESC, those type of things. That isn't that bad. That doesn't take that long. And honestly, since we have a rigidly mounted interior, possibly also leverage the bottom sides of it to just have places to mount things. While it may not look like it, we really have got through a large chunk of the effort that needs to be put into this. I've got a number of other parts for detail and things like that, but that will come towards the end. Once we have a painted body and I finish the tube work, kind of finish welding all of the pieces of material, get it sandblasted, get it painted, things start to look much more finished much more quickly. And remember, the whole point of this build is to give it away. We're giving it away to one of you subscribers, and if you want to enter, there's a link in the description below where you can go enter. We're just going to keep it going until I get the build finished, and then we'll give it away then. All of the details are in that link. You can click there. Gleam is a website that just aggregates all of your entries, so I don't have to track them. I don't have to try and choose a winner. It just spits out the winner there we go. Takes away all of the hassle and stress for me, which is nice. Oh, and I almost forgot another addition. Carryall Rc sent one of their backpacks to go along with this. This is one of their full spec Carryall Rc Backpacks. It's used to carry your rig on the trail. You know, if you're hiking in somewhere or hiking out, your batteries are dead, whatever it is. It's also got a big bag of accessories in here. Inside of the bag, you've got a small first aid kit, a tool set from Power Hobby, a Team K&K hardware set just for any spares that you may need while on the trail, a Power Hobby lipo bag, and a very nice organizer. Spare parts, other screws, you know, electronics, whatever you want to take on the trail with you. There's a nice plastic case that goes in there, all kinds of just organizing dividers and things like that. But get it all kitted out, keep it in this bag, and you'll be in great shape for the trail. And a silica packet trail snack. So this build will be my main focus until I get it finished. Not trying to drag this out, just want to get it done and get it out to you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks again for helping me hit 50,000 subscribers, and hopefully one of you really enjoys this. But with that, thanks again for watching. Make sure you click the link, go enter, bookmark it, set a reminder, enter daily, increase your chances to win. Come watch more videos. That's the point of all of this anyway, right? So thanks again for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoy these videos. Subscribe for sure, especially so you can win this if you're not already. And hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get uploaded. With that, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Apologize a trillion times. Sorry, Miss Jackson.